anybody ever tell you you're such an old soul? In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 signs that you are an old soul, or maybe someone that you are close to. So before we talk about these 6 signs, what is an old soul? I'm sure you have heard this term before or maybe used it. So an old soul is someone that has reincarnated in this earth many times before. In my previous video, I shared about reincarnation. Feel free to check it out right here. And talking about reincarnation and what reincarnation is. So now in this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 signs for you to know if you are an old soul. Usually old souls don't pay most attention to the mainstream aspects of society, and also traces their way through different ways of art. They tend to question all the standards of rules of society. Old souls tend to be a lot more mature than the group of people around their age. It can be very challenging being an old soul in the superficial world. Once your soul reincarnates, it makes the choice of not remembering all your previous life. And this happens so that way your new experience in your new body, in your new human life, it does not get affected by the knowing of the previous life. That way your soul can truly experience and learn the lessons that it came back to experience or learn without the memory of the previous one, but with the wisdom of the soul, of the wisdom that the soul learned in the previous life. Let's move into the 6 signs that you are an old soul. Number 1, deja vu. Ooh, I love deja vu. Have you ever find yourself experiencing deja vu all the time? And what is deja vu? Deja vu is that experience of that overwhelming feeling of that you have experienced that before, that you have seen that person before, that you know that person before, and you're just like, but where? When in reality, you actually have not experienced that place, or you have not experienced that experience, or you have not really met that person in this life before. But you have that feeling of that kind of where? And then that's when you're experiencing that deja vu. Have you ever met somebody or maybe see someone from far away and you're just like, just that connection of meeting of that with that person? You're like, I know you, right? Where do I know you from? I've seen you before. And then you haven't, right? But you guys have this strong connection right away. And this happens because most likely you guys have your soul, not the human, your soul has connected before in other lifetime. Number 2, recurring dreams. Do you find yourself having often the same dreams or the similar dreams with the same faces and the same events, right? Instead of regular dreams, these can actually be actual memories that your subconscious is remembering while you are sleeping. Number 3, strong intuition. Ooh, having a strong intuition and just that feeling and that sense that you just instantly know and you instantly feel, this can be a sign of actually your soul really tapping into that infinite wisdom and experiences that your soul had in the previous life. This is the reason why you see and you find young people that are just super just insightful, and you're like, what? You're 10 years old. You're like, well, how do you know all of this? How do you have that? And sometimes in families, parents can see that their kids are just very mature in insightfulness, in that wisdom, in that inner wisdom, and a lot of times you find that the kids are double of old in their soul than the actual parents. Number 4, inexplicable traumas. So if you have a fear that you can really explain why you have this fear, this can be a sign that this is something, a trauma, a fear that happened actually in a previous life. And the reason why you have this fear now is that it caused you so much pain and horror in your previous life, and probably you did not face it, probably you did not complete it, and that's why you brought it back into this life. Example, maybe you have this fear of water. You have fear of water, and it's weird because you maybe where you grew up in a city where there, you know, the water, the ocean, whatever is not close, so you don't even like have experienced anything that could have caused you a traumatic experience in this lifetime. So this is a big sign that maybe in a past life you maybe drowned, maybe you died drowning, and this is why now your soul has the and you feel this and you cannot explain it. Number 5, love for knowledge and a strong spiritual side. So you love learning, you love constantly learning something new. When you find a topic that interests you, you just go into all depth and you just learn more about that topic. You are an information seeker. And the spiritual side, most people don't feel comfortable dealing with the spiritual aspects of their life. And maybe at one point you did not either. But it gets to a point for all souls that you cannot hide it anymore, okay? You cannot just hide it anymore. Number 6, you search for deep meaning on everything. Because deep down, you know that this is the only possible way to actually learn more. Some people, when you get this deep constantly in just mundane things, they probably even like get annoyed and just like, why do you have to constantly always, everything has to be about learning and everything has to be like deep? Can we just have a mundane conversation? But this is hard for you. This is hard for you because you constantly just go into the deep stuff. So you find yourself, your friends, your family, you know, kind of like making fun of you or just like being annoyed that you were talking about the dishes, and then you're like analyzing all these different things. But this is how your soul works, because you are an old soul. And those are 6 signs that you are an old soul. There are many more, but those are the main ones that I focus on sharing on this video. And the question now is, are you an old soul? Thank you so much for watching. I would love for you to comment down below and let me know if you are an old soul. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment. Thank you so much for existing, and I will see you next time.